The Vicari were not gods, but they had ruled the stars long enough to feel like them. They were tall, with smooth skin that shimmered under their home world's twin suns. They thought fast, moved slow, and never made mistakes twice. Over thousands of years, they had built an empire that stretched across hundreds of systems. No one had ever stopped them. No one had even slowed them down. They believed in order, strength, control, and they feared nothing. Not the dark between stars, not the fire of dying suns, not the ruins of dead civilizations. But then came Earth. It was a small blue dot at the edge of known space. Not powerful, not advanced, just strange. The Vicari first noticed it when a scout ship vanished near its orbit. No distress call, no wreckage, just silence. Then another ship went missing. This time, it sent back a short message before going dark. Contact made. Threat level unknown. Requesting backup. That was all. No report. No data. No return. The high command of the Vicari did not panic. They did not fear. But they took note. Something had taken out 2 of their ships, so they sent a third. This time, they watched from afar. What they saw confused them. Earth was primitive. No space stations, no weapons in orbit, no signs of war, only cities, oceans, and smoke rising from the ground. Yet something about it felt wrong. Their third ship approached, carefully. It hovered above the planet and scanned for life signs. Millions, billions, and then a signal, not from the Vicari, from below. Someone on Earth had seen them. Someone had fired at them. A bright flash lit up the sky. One of the alien ship's engines exploded. It spun out of control. Then it fell into the clouds, and it never came back out. On Earth, things were not quiet either. In a small military base in Nevada, a group of people stared at a glowing screen. "Did we just shoot down a UFO?" asked Jason Hale, a young Marine with tired eyes and a short temper. "Looks like," said Lila Grant, a smart woman who used to fix satellites for a living. She wore glasses and always looked annoyed. "We launched that missile, right?" We did," said Captain Eric Moore, a man in his late 30s with a calm voice and steady hands. He had seen war before. He didn't like surprises now. "So what the hell was that?" Jason asked. "Something big," said Danny Cruz, the youngest of the group. He was good with computers. Too good. He leaned forward and typed quickly. "I pulled some data from the radar. It wasn't just flying. It was scanning us. Like it was looking for something. Or someone," Leela added. Moore stood up straight. "Get everything you can. I need answers." They all got to work. Jason walked outside. The desert wind blew dust around him. He looked up at the sky. Just hours ago, he had been thinking about leaving the army. Now he was wondering if aliens were real. He wasn't alone. Around the world, others had seen the light in the sky. Videos showed streaks of fire, rumors spread online. Governments denied everything. But the truth was already falling from the sky. Inside the base, Dr. Nina Park studied the pieces of the crashed ship. She was a scientist, not a soldier. But she had been called in because she knew how to study. Life, not just human life, but alien life if it existed. Now it did. "This metal isn't like anything we have," she said, running her hand over a broken panel. "It's lighter than aluminum but stronger than steel." "Is it dangerous?" Moore asked. "Maybe," she said. "But it's more interesting than dangerous." "You say that like it's not a problem." She smiled. "If it wanted to kill us, it would have done it already." Moore frowned. "Maybe not. Maybe it was just watching." "Why?" she asked. "Because something told me that ship didn't come here to fight. It came here to learn." Nina looked at the wreckage. Again. "Then why did we shoot it down?" Moore didn't answer. Because he didn't know. Back in space, far beyond Earth's view, the Vicari fleet received the news. 3 ships lost. No survivors. For the first time in history, the Vakari High Council held an emergency meeting. Humans, said one of the leaders. Primitive, unaligned, chaotic. They should not have destroyed our ships, said another. They did not destroy them, said a third. They surprised us. That is worse. We must send more, said the first. No, said the oldest among them. We must understand them. Understand? One leader asked. Why not crush them? Because they are not afraid, and they do not follow rules. There was silence. Finally, the oldest spoke again. We feared nothing in the universe. Until now. Meanwhile, back on Earth, the team kept working. Danny found more data. This ship was sending signals, he said. Not just to space. To other ships. How many? Moore asked. Hard to tell, but I think they're not alone. Great, Jason muttered. So we pissed off a whole bunch of aliens. Lila looked at him. Maybe. Or maybe we just made first contact. With a missile? Hey, she shrugged. Some people shake hands. We launch rockets. Jason rolled his eyes. Remind me to teach you diplomacy. Remind me to remind you that you're bad at it. Moore stepped between them. Focus. We need to know what we're dealing with. Nina looked up from her notes. I don't think we're dealing with something we can talk to. Not yet. Then what are we dealing with? Jason asked. Something new, she said. Something that doesn't expect us to fight back. Moore looked at the sky again. Somewhere out there, something was watching. And now, it knew. Humans were not helpless. They were dangerous. The Vakari did not panic. They never panicked, but something was wrong. 3 ships had vanished near a small blue planet. No distress calls, no survivors, just silence. It wasn't possible, so they sent more. This time it wasn't just scouts. It was drones, small, fast, and nearly invisible. They slipped into Earth's orbit like shadows in the dark. They didn't attack. They watched. They scanned. They listened. And what they found confused them. Cities full of noise. Lights that never turned off. Machines that flew through the sky. People who ran, talked, laughed, and fought. Primitive but strange. More than once, their drones almost got caught. Not by weapons. Not by soldiers. By signals. Someone on Earth was looking for them. On the ground, in a hidden military base in Nevada, Jason Hale stood with his arms crossed. You're telling me we shot down an alien ship, he said, and now someone else is watching us? Danny Cruz nodded. He was sitting at a computer typing fast. Yep, I picked up weird signals again. Same pattern as before, but this time, I think it's not one ship. How many? Asked Lila Grant. Not sure. Maybe 5. Maybe 10. Flying high, moving fast. Too fast for our radars to catch. Captain Eric Moore looked out the window. If they're here, why haven't they attacked? Maybe they're waiting, said Dr. Nina Park, who was studying a piece of the crashed alien ship. Or maybe they don't know what to do. Why wouldn't they know what to do, Jason asked. Because we surprised them, she said. We weren't supposed to fight back, and we did. Lila leaned back in her chair. Maybe they're trying to figure us out. Great, Jason muttered. So now we've got aliens spying on us. Better than having them shooting at us, Danny said. Moore rubbed his chin. We need to find them first. High above the clouds, the Vakari command ship hovered in deep space. Inside, the council reviewed the data. They are primitive, said one leader. Their weapons are weak. Their technology is slow. Their bodies break easily. Then why have we lost 3 ships? Another asked. There was silence. Finally, the oldest among them spoke. Because they are unpredictable. They do not follow logic, said another. They take risks, they make mistakes, and still they win. Then we must study them more, said the first. Before we strike. Strike? Asked the old one. Do you believe we can destroy them? Of course, said the younger one. With one shot we could erase their cities. Then why have we not done it already? No one answered, because they knew. Something about these humans was different, and they needed to understand it. Back on Earth, things were changing fast. The government couldn't hide everything. Reports of strange lights in the sky spread online. Videos showed flashes of fire, sounds like thunder from nowhere. People began to talk. Some said it was a hoax. Others said it was real. A few believed it was war. In the middle of all this, Jason and his team kept working. "I think I found one," Danny said suddenly. Everyone turned to him. "Found what?" Moore asked. "One of the drones. I caught it on a satellite feed. It's hiding behind a weather station." Lila leaned over his shoulder. "Can you track it?" "Already did," he said. "It's moving fast, but I left a little surprise." "What kind of surprise?" He grinned. "Let's say if it tries to run, it won't get far." Moore looked at Jason. "Get ready. We might finally have a chance to see what we're dealing with." Hours later, a plane flew across the sky. Inside, Jason, Lila, and a small team sat quietly. Below them, in the mountains of Colorado, the drone had landed. For some reason, it had stopped. "Did you really hack it?" Jason asked Danny, who was speaking to them through comms. "Kind of," Danny said. "I gave it a virus, made it think it was going somewhere else. It got confused and crashed." "You crashed an alien drone with a computer virus?" Lila asked. "Yep." "Damn." When they arrived, the drone was half buried in snow. It was small, sleek, and black. It looked like a metal bird. "This thing was watching us?" Jason asked. "And listening," Lila said. She pulled out tools and started to open it. "Be careful," Moore warned. "Always am," she said, though she wasn't. As she worked, Nina joined them. She studied the drone carefully. "This isn't just a scout," she said. "It's a message." "Message?" Jason asked. "They sent it to learn, to watch, to test us." "Well," Jason said, "we passed the test with flying colors." "Or failed it," Moore added. "Either way," Nina said, "they're going to come back. And next time," Lila said, "they might not be so quiet." In space, the Vicari received the final signal from the drone. Its last message. "Contact confirmed. Threat level high." The council met again. "They are dangerous," one said. "They are not strong," another replied. "They are smart, clever, wild. Then we must prepare." "No," said the oldest. "We must understand them before we act." "Understand them how? By sending more? More spies?" "No," the old one said. "Soldiers. You want to attack?" "No," he said. "I want to see what happens when we do." The others looked at each other. None of them liked it, but none of them argued. Because for the first time in thousands of years, the Vicari were unsure. And uncertainty was something they had never feared before. Until now. Back on Earth, the team gathered around the broken drone. "We need to tell everyone," Nina said. "Tell them what?" Moore asked. "That we're not alone. That we're being watched. That we might be in danger. Or," Lila said, "that we just beat a group of aliens with a missile and a computer virus." Jason smiled. "I like that version better." Moore looked at the sky again. Somewhere up there, something was coming. And this time, it wouldn't be quiet. This time, it would bring war. The Vicari came with fire. Not just a few ships this time, a whole fleet. They moved through space like shadows, silent and fast. Hundreds of ships, shaped like knives, slicing through the dark. Their mission was clear. Test humanity. If they failed, erase them. On Earth, Jason Hale stood on top of a mountain in Colorado. He looked up at the sky, and he saw it. Lights. Dozens. Maybe hundreds. "Tell me that's not what I think it is," he said into his radio. "It's them," Danny Cruz replied from the base. "They're here." Lila Grant ran into the control room. "How many?" "Too many," Danny said. "We've got incoming signals. Radar's going crazy." Captain Eric Moore stepped forward. "Are they attacking?" "Not yet," Danny said. But they're watching. Then we don't wait for them, Moore said. We go first. In orbit, the alien ships hovered above the planet. They didn't attack. They scanned. They studied. And then, one ship sent a message. You are primitive. You are dangerous. You will be tested. Seconds later, the sky lit up. Missiles flew. Lasers shot down from the stars. The war had begun. On the ground, alarms screamed. People ran. Cities went dark as power grids failed. Planes took off. Ships launched. Everything the world had built. Every weapon, every defense system, every secret project was now aimed at the sky. Jason jumped into a military transport plane. Next to him were Lila, Danny, and a small team of soldiers. This is insane, Jason muttered. You love it, Lila said. Maybe a little. Moore's voice came over comms. Listen up. We don't have much time. The aliens are strong, but they don't know us. What do? Someone asked. We show them what humans are made of. High above, the battle raged. Earth's weapons fired into space. Some hit, most missed. But it didn't matter, because for the first time in history, the Vakari faced something they couldn't predict. Humans who fought back, who didn't follow rules, who didn't run. In the alien command ship, the Council watched. They are fighting, one said. They should be dead by now, another added. Why do they not surrender? Asked a third. The oldest among them spoke. Because they do not fear death. Then we must end this. No, the old one said. We must understand why they fight. Understand? While they kill our ships? Yes, he said. Because if we don't learn from them, we may lose. Silence filled the room. For the first time in their long history, the Vakari feared defeat. Back on Earth, the chaos grew. Danny sat in front of a glowing screen typing fast. I'm in, he said. I can see their systems. Can you shut them down? Lila asked. Maybe. But there's something else. What? They're sending data back. Real time. They're learning from us. Great, Jason said, so we're teaching them how to beat us. No, Danny said. We're showing them how to fight us. What's the difference? They expected order. Logic, strategy. And we gave them what? Chaos. Above, New York City, a huge alien ship hovered, its guns powered up. It locked onto the city below and fired. The beam came down like lightning. But before it could hit, something strange happened. A shield rose from the ground, built from stolen alien tech and human ingenuity. It blocked the blast. The city survived. Did we just save New York? Lila asked. Yep, Danny said. With a toaster, a car battery, and some duct tape. That's amazing, she said. I know. I'm awesome. Don't get used to it. Inside the alien command ship, the Council argued. They are stronger than we thought. They adapt too fast. We must pull back. No, the old leader said. We must send a message. What kind of message? One that shows we are not afraid. Then what do? We offer peace. Shock spread across the room. Peace. After they destroyed our ships? Yes, the old one said. Because if we destroy them, we may never understand them. And if we let them live, they may destroy us. Perhaps, he said, but perhaps they will teach us something new. Like courage, like hope, like fear. On the ground, the team gathered in the control room. They stopped attacking, Danny said. Really? Jason asked. Yeah, they're sending a signal. What does it say? Danny read it out loud. We see you, we hear you, we will return. Prepare yourselves. Well, Jason said, that's not ominous at all. Lila looked at the sky. They're scared of us. Of course they are, Nina Park said. We don't make sense. We fight when we can't win, Moore said. We risk everything for nothing. And sometimes, Nina said, we win. Sometimes, Moore agreed. Then next time, Jason said, we win harder. After the battle, the sky was quiet again, but nothing would ever be the same. The Vakari had left. Not defeated, but changed. They feared nothing in the universe. Until now. And on Earth, humanity began to change too. Not just their weapons, not just their leaders, everything. In Washington, D.C., a meeting took place behind closed doors. Governments from around the world sat together for the first time. Not to argue, not to fight, to plan. "We have proof," said one leader. "Aliens are real, they attacked us." "And they left," said another. "Why?" "Because we fought back," said a third. "And we won." "Barely," someone muttered. "Still," the first replied. "We showed them we're not helpless." Outside, the world was still trying to understand what had happened. Videos of the battle filled the internet. Some people were scared, some were angry. Most were curious. And then came the big question. What happens next? At the military base in Nevada, Jason Hale stood with his arms crossed. He looked at the broken alien drone on the table. "So," he said, "are we heroes now?" "Not yet," Lila Grant said, adjusting her glasses. She was cleaning tools beside him. "But we might be soon." Danny Cruz walked in, holding a tablet. "You're gonna love this." "What is it?" Jason asked. "Look." Danny turned the screen toward them. It showed news headlines from around the world. "Aliens attacked Earth. Humans fight back." "First contact or war?" Jason sighed. "Great. Now everyone knows." "Wasn't that the point?" Lila asked. "Maybe, but now we've got a lot more eyes watching us." From the doorway, Captain Eric Moore stepped in. "Looks like the whole world's watching now," he said. "How do you feel about that?" Lila asked. "Truth?" Moore said. "I don't know if we're ready for it." "Ready or not," Danny said. "Here we go." Dr. Nina Park was in the lab studying the alien tech they had captured. She held a small black chip in her hand. "This isn't just a weapon," she said to herself. "It's something else." A soldier walked in. "Ma'am, command wants a report." "Tell them I need more time," she said. "There's something strange about this tech." "What kind of strange?" "Like it's alive." The soldier frowned. "Alive?" "Not like humans," she said. "But it learns. It adapts. It watches." "Then maybe we shouldn't be playing with it." "Too late," she said. Outside, the wind blew through the desert. Somewhere far away, the Vicari were listening and learning. Weeks passed, then months. The world changed fast. Countries stopped fighting each other. They started working together. Scientists studied alien tech. Engineers built new weapons, and governments formed a new group called the United Defense Force. Its job, protect Earth from anything, including aliens. On TVs and phones, people talked about what had happened. Some called it a miracle. Others called it a warning. A few called it the beginning because if the Vicari had come once, they would come again. And next time they wouldn't be testing anymore, they would be attacking. Meanwhile, Jason, Lila, Danny, and the others were pulled into a new project. "We need people who understand this," Moore told them. "People who've seen it up close." "So you want us to join?" Jason asked. "Yes," Moore said. "You're not just soldiers anymore. You're the first line of defense." "And if there's another attack?" Lila asked. "Then we'll be ready." "You think we can win?" Danny asked. Moore looked at them. "We already did," he said. "Now we just have to make sure we can do it again." In space, far beyond Earth's view, the Vicari met again. "They survived," one said. "They learned," another added. "They changed," said the oldest. "Do we strike now?" asked a young leader. "No," the old one said. "We must watch." "Watch? After what they did to us?" "Yes," he said, "because if we don't understand them, we may never defeat them. Then we will study them." "Yes. And, when we learn everything?" "Then," the old one said, "we decide what to fear." Back on Earth, things kept moving. New ships were built. New weapons were tested. And for the first time in history, humans looked up at the stars. Not in wonder, but in challenge. They were no longer just a planet. They were a power, And the galaxy was starting to notice. Humans had changed, not just their weapons, not just their leaders. Everything. After the battle with the Vakari, the world stopped acting like it used to. Countries worked together. Scientists studied alien tech. Engineers built new ships. And for the first time in history, humans left Earth not just to explore but to expand. In space, the stars were no longer silent. They were filled with human ships. Some were small, some were huge, some flew fast. Others carried people to new worlds. Earth was no longer alone. It had become something new, a rising power. And the galaxy noticed. On Mars, the first human colony opened. It wasn't much, just a few domes, some labs and a military base, but it was real, and it was ours. Jason Hale stood on top of a metal tower looking out at the red dust. "Never thought I'd be here," he said. Lila Grant walked up beside him. "Me neither," she said. "But here, we are." Danny Cruz came running up the steps. "You're going to love this," he said, holding up a tablet. "What now?" Jason asked. "We just got word from Earth. We're not the only ones expanding." "What do you mean?" "New colonies. On Titan. On Europa. Even one near Pluto." "Seriously?" "Yep. And that's not all." "What else?" "We're building warships." Jason looked at Lila. "Looks like we're not just surviving anymore," she said. "We're taking over," Danny added. Back on Earth, things were changing fast. Governments formed the United Defense Force, a group made to protect humanity from anything beyond the stars. Its mission: learn, defend, and strike if needed. Captain Eric Moore was one of its first leaders. He trained soldiers, he trained pilots, he trained diplomats, because now, humans weren't just fighting. They were talking, meeting new species, making friends and enemies. In deep space, the Vakari watched. They had expected Earth to hide, to fear what came next. Instead, humans did the opposite. They spread. They built. They fought anyone who tried to stop them. "They move too fast," said one Vakari leader. "They don't know their place," another added. "Or maybe," said the oldest, "they don't care. Then we must stop them." "No," the old one said. "We must understand them before they understand us." "Before what?" "Before they come for us." On Titan, a moon of Saturn, Dr. Nina Park led a research team. They had found something strange inside an alien ship. "This isn't just technology," she said. "It's a message." "From who?" asked her assistant. "Not sure. But it's old. Older than the Vakari." "Then who sent it?" "Maybe someone worse." Outside, the sky was dark and far away. Something was listening, watching, waiting. Meanwhile, Jason and his team were sent on a secret mission. Their job: go behind enemy lines, find out what other species knew about humans, and make sure they didn't see us as a threat. "So," Jason said, looking at the list of targets. "Where are we going first?" "A planet called Excel 9, Danny said. "Neutral territory. Lots of aliens trade there." "Great," Jason muttered. "Aliens, markets, and bad food." "Sounds like a vacation," Lila said. "Yeah," Jason said. "If vacations included getting shot at." Moore stepped in. "Listen up," he said. "You're not just spies, you're our voice." "Our voice?" Jason asked. "Yes. You show them who we are. And if they don't like us, then you convince them to be afraid. I can do that." "Good. Because we're not hiding anymore." On XL9, the city was loud and full of life. Tall buildings, glowing lights, and aliens everywhere. Some looked like bugs. Others looked like clouds. One looked like a walking tree. "Okay," Lila said. "This is weird." "Weird or not," Jason said, "we've got work to do." They walked into a bar. Inside, aliens drank, talked, and stared. One large alien with 4 arms walked up. "You're human," he said. "Yep," Jason said. "Heard about you." "Really?" "You beat the Vakari. We surprised them. The alien laughed. Good. They needed it. You're not scared of us? Scared? No. Impressed? Yes. Jason smiled. Well then, he said. Let's talk. Back in space, the Vakari met again. They are everywhere now, said one. They speak to others, said another. Even our enemies. Then we must act. No, said the old leader. We must watch. Watch? While they grow stronger? Yes. Because if we don't learn from them, we may never defeat them. Defeat them? A young leader asked. Do we still plan to attack? Not yet, the old one said. But soon we will have to choose. Choose what? Whether to fear them. Don't we already? The old one looked at the stars. Yes, he said. But now, we must decide if we should respect them too. The stars were no longer silent. They were full of voices, some old, some new, and one louder than all the rest. Humanity. After years of fighting, learning, and growing, humans had become something more. Not just a species, not just a planet, a power, and now someone wanted to erase them. Deep in space, far beyond human colonies, something woke up. It was not Vakari, it was not alien, it was older, bigger, hungrier. It called itself the Voidborn. Its mission: destroy all organic life. To it, flesh was weak, thought was noise, life was disease, and humanity was the worst of all. Because they did not follow rules. They did not fear death. They did not stop. So the Voidborn came, with fire, with silence, with death. On Earth, alarms screamed. In orbit, ships burned. Across colonies, cities went dark. Something was coming, and it wasn't here to talk. At the United Defense Force headquarters, Jason Hale stood with his arms crossed. This is bad, he said. Bad? Danny Cruz asked. We're getting wiped out. Lila Grant looked at the screen. How many colonies have fallen? 7, Danny said. Maybe more. Dr. Nina Park walked in. She looked tired, scared. I've studied the data, she said. This isn't just an attack. What do you mean? Captain Eric Moore asked. This is extinction. Silence filled the room. They're not trying to conquer us, Nina said. They're trying to erase us. Then we fight back, Jason said. How? Lila asked. Our weapons barely scratch them. Then we make better ones. We don't have time. Then we find help. Everyone looked at him. You think the Vakari will help us? Moore asked. They didn't like us before, Jason said. But this thing, it scares even them. Then we ask, and if they say no? Then we remind them who taught them how to be afraid. In deep space, the Vakari Council met. The Voidborn has come, said one leader. And Earth burns, said another. We warned them, said the oldest. We told them they did not understand the stars. Then why do we still watch? A young leader asked. Because they are not gone. They are dying. No, the old one said. They are fighting. Outside, the sky was full of war. Ships from dozens of species flew together. Humans, Vakari scouts, neutral traders, even enemies, all against the Voidborn. Back on Earth, Jason and his team prepared for battle. We're going into orbit, Moore said. In what? Lila asked. An old prototype, Danny said. Built from stolen alien tech and pure luck. Sounds safe, Jason muttered. We don't have time for safe, Moore said. We have to hit them where it hurts. Where's that? Lila asked. Their core. Nina stepped forward. If we can get inside their main ship, we might be able to plant a virus. Plant a virus? Jason asked. Like last time? Bigger, she said. Stronger. And if it doesn't work, then we die trying. Jason looked at his team. Well, he said. Let's not die. Above Earth, the battle raged. Ships exploded, lasers lit up the dark, and through it all the human fleet charged, not to win, not to survive, to fight, to live. to prove that even among gods and monsters, humans belonged. Inside the Voidborns, Core Jason and his team moved fast. "This place gives me the creeps," Lila said. "Me too," Danny said. "It's like it's alive." "Then we kill it," Jason said. Nina placed the virus into the control panel. "It'll take time," she said. "We need to hold off the hostiles." "Got it," Jason said. He turned to Moore. "Cover us." "Always," Moore said. The fight began. Waves of machines attacked, metal limbs, glowing eyes, endless numbers. But the humans didn't run. They held the line. Back in space, the Vakari watched. "They are fools," one said. "No," the old one said. "They are brave. Brave or not, they will die." "Perhaps," he said, "but not before they change everything." He turned to the others. "Send the signal," he said. "What signal?" "Tell our fleet to join the fight." Shock spread across the room. "You want us to fight for them?" "Yes," he said, "because today they are not just humans. Then what are they? They are warriors, and we are their allies." On the bridge of the human command ship, Moore saw the Vakari ships arrive. "Did I just see that? Right?" he asked. "Yep," Danny said. "They're helping us." "About damn time," Jason said over comms. "Stay focused," Moore said. "We're not done yet." "Almost there," Nina said. "Virus is uploading." "Then let's finish this." Seconds later, the virus activated. The Voidborn core flickered, lights dimmed, machines froze. And then, it died. The great enemy of all life, gone. Back on Earth, people watched the sky. The darkness lifted, the war ended, and for the first time, the galaxy knew humans were real, humans were strong, and humans would never stop. In the Vakari High Council, the old leader looked at the stars. "We feared nothing in the universe," he said. "Until now," said another. "Yes," he said. "Until now." And for the first time in history, the Vakari bowed, not in fear, not in anger, but in respect.